Let's look at this article by Manik Esahak Biswas, a prominent development humanitarian professional. He points out that for people in the Bangladeshi Delta, peace means the security of a home that stays above water. But right now, a changing climate threatens that exact lifeline. For centuries, the Padma, Meghna, and Jamuna rivers have nourished this vibrant landscape. Today, those same waters are shifting from a source of life into a force of encroachment and storm-driven chaos. This environmental strain acts as a conflict multiplier. As sea levels rise, saltwater pushes inland and poisons traditional agricultural soil. This creates a direct clash between traditional rice farmers relying on freshwater and the growing industry of shrimp cultivators thriving in brackish, salty conditions. Along the waterways, riverbank erosion operates as a constant thief. Every year, thousands of hectares of land simply vanish into the water. When families lose their properties overnight to these collapsing banks, rural communities fracture and local social cohesion erodes right alongside the soil. With their homes gone, hundreds of thousands of climate refugees migrate to major urban centers like Dhaka and Chattogram. They arrive with few resources, moving into sprawling urban slums where they are forced to compete for already scarce jobs, housing, and public services. When traditional livelihoods collapse, communities face severe economic desperation. This massive economic vacuum drives social friction and leaves vulnerable populations exposed to exploitation. When disasters strike, the burden does not fall evenly across the population. Because of deeply ingrained socioeconomic vulnerabilities, women and children make up more than 80% of those displaced by climate events in Bangladesh. Relocation often pushes women into small, makeshift structures. Away from the traditional family support networks, they immediately face severe shortages of basic necessities and a profound lack of privacy and safety. This chart shows the specific threats that emerge in these crowded environments. Following Cyclone Amphan in 2020, data tracking conditions in temporary shelters recorded a 23% increase in gender-based violence incidents compared to other types of emergencies. To address these specific threats, policymakers are applying the Women, Peace, and Security, or WPS, framework. It ensures that national climate policies guarantee physical protection for displaced women while actively including them in the planning and recovery processes. Giving vulnerable people an active role in recovery yields immediate results. In waterlogged areas, farmers are constructing floating vegetable gardens built from water hyacinth and bamboo. By adapting to the persistent floodwaters, they secure their own food supply and reduce intense competition over dry land. At the village level, women-led disaster preparedness teams distribute early warnings and organize evacuations. These multi-purpose cyclone shelters not only save lives during a storm, but their cooperative management fosters deep, long-lasting trust among neighbors. This chart breaks down the impacts of women-led renewable energy programs in rural areas. By installing and maintaining solar systems, these initiatives reduce fossil fuel dependency by 40%, while increasing average household earnings by 25%. As neighbors unite to manage these resources, they are building community bonds alongside physical barriers. These collective efforts result in villages that are safer from the elements and more stable internally. Zooming out from the village level, Bangladesh shares 54 rivers with its neighbors. Securing stable freshwater flows to flush out coastal salinity requires collaborative, transboundary water management and diplomatic engagement. This diagram outlines the SPEED approach utilized by the Humanitarian Coordination Task Team. It breaks disaster readiness into 4 quadrants: impact analysis, priority actions, institutional capacity, and action plans, allowing government and NGOs to anticipate crises rather than waiting to react after the damage is done. Achieving this level of readiness requires a society-wide commitment. Citizens are contributing by practicing rainwater harvesting at home to preserve groundwater, while actively advocating for the effective and transparent use of national climate funds. Repairing the environment directly stabilizes the society living within it. Every solar panel installed and every mangrove seedling planted functions as a profound act of peace, securing a thriving and stable future for generations to come. The insights shaping this approach draw from extensive fieldwork, including these reports from the New Age, the HCTT Nexus Strategy, and research compiled in the International Journal of Science and Research Archive, highlighting the cooperation between social workers, NGOs, and the government. Thank you for watching the article of Manik Esahak Biswas, and have a blessed day ahead. As the climate shifts, Bangladesh is transforming its greatest risks into opportunities for stability. This ongoing work secures a delta that can better withstand both the incoming storms and the social tensions that often follow them.